Hi everyone, this is Jacob and it's finally Friday. Today I wanted to go over how to set up your different devices so that their configuration can be archived. Each device family, whether Cisco, HP, ICX, or Extreme devices, have to be set up this way. And all the settings are a little different, but we go about it basically the same way. So to do this, we'll have to go into our devices. We're in the network section of Management Center, and we can go over to devices. The easiest way to do this is by clicking on the drop down and going to device type. This will sort all our devices by type. We will start with the HP devices, and you can see that I have one. And if you do not set the settings correctly, when you go to back up your configuration, you will get this error that says the ability to archive configuration for this device has been disabled. So in order to enable it, all you have to do is right click on the device, go to configuration and firmware, and go down to set configuration. This is how it will look. You can see that it has been disabled. To enable it, you just have to change the drop down from disabled to script. And we have pre-built-in scripts for you that you can drop down and you can scroll to Hewlett-Packard. Hit OK. And that will allow you, whenever we go back and try to run that same backup, it allows you to run the backup this time. For ICX switches, you have to do the same process. So you right-click, configuration firmware, set configuration, and you just, instead of HP, you just add the ICX script from the list. Now whatever you set up here, the default is TFTP. You want to set on your script as well. We have SCP as well, but we want to make sure that is set to TFTP, and that will allow you to run that script on those ICX switches and allow you to archive those devices. So once again, once we set that, we can come in. You can see that currently it has not been archived, and we can come down and back up the configuration. Hit yes, and it will back up the file. A quick side note, if you ever want to know what's going on in Management Center, you can always scroll down and go to Operations down here. And you can see that this inventory audit has just now become 100% successful. So that was the backup. So now if we refresh this screen, then the archive will be checked off. We can always collapse that again by just clicking the Operations button once again. For your Cisco switches, we can just go to the Cisco switches and do the same thing. Once again, configuration firmware, set configuration. Once again, FTP. With Cisco, we have a couple of different options, but that is the option that you're going to want to use, is the Cisco Systems TFTP. Last, with Summit Series switches, I want to also show you how you can shift and click multiple different switches in the same family and do the same thing. Go to configuration firmware, set configuration, and you can see these have already been set, but if they were back on disabled, then all you'd have to do is drop those down to script, like we did on the previous ones. And you go down to Extreme Exos TFTP. Hit OK, and that allows you to back up those devices. Now, when you back up, like I said previously, you can back up a single device, like we did on the ICX and HP switches, or you can select multiple and back up all of them at the same time. You can see in the operations that they are all running. You can see the progress, and as they back up, these will be updated. But that's it for this Finally Friday. I appreciate your time. Thank you for joining me. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, and I would love to help you out in any way that I can. I hope you have a great Friday, and I'll see you next time.